welcome to my channel GoDigit. Today in this video we will learn about one property called allow in customization. So before we understand about the usage of that property, I would like to show you the concept of this personalize and design. By the way, I am currently in the production environment, so that's why you can see that that design option is currently not coming up. Only personalize option is coming up. So I'll switch to my sandbox environment, and then we will see that not only the personalize but the design option will also come. So the thing is, before we understand the concept of allow in customization property, let me brush up our learning or our understanding with respect to this personalize and design. So for example, let's say we are using this is our user interface, and whenever we are working on particular page, or now after working on that page, we feel that there is some field missing. I need that particular field in my card so that I can input some values there, or I can directly see the values what inside in that field. So what user can do at their own personal capacity, that they can click on personalize button, and here system business central gives them this provision that they can add the certain fields on the card which are by default not available. So when you click on plus field, and then you can see here that currently these three fields are coming up which are not available in the card, and if I want, I can drag them and drop them here in particular position where I want, and it will be available right away. But the thing is that these fields currently are showing up only because uh, on the page itself these fields are available, and we have just set the visible property to false, so that by default these fields will not be available, but if user wants, user can add it. But then again, there are certain fields which are a part of the table object, but they are not available on the page, and in those scenarios you those fields will not be available here, which you can directly drag and drop. But you have to click on the design button, and then uh, based on when you click on this field icon, now it will show you all the fields of the table, whether they are the part of the page object or not, but you will see all the table fields, and then as and when you are required, you can drag and drop them to your page, right? So this is the concept of personalize and design. So I have prepared one extension to understand the concept of that property. So if you see here that this is my table which has these fields like number, name, amount, address, and phone number. Okay, very simple table. There is no as such code written or something like that. Only simple fields I have placed, and out of this table I have created one list page, whereas in the list page all the five fields are available. But if you see, for the field address and phone number, I have set the visible property to false, which means that although these fields are the part of the page, but by default user will only see the number, name, and amount. Whereas on the card page, I have added only number, name, and amount. No address and phone number field I have explicitly added on the card page. So the thing is, if I publish this extension, and then if we want to see what exactly there on this card and the list page, I'll open this test page, and you can see currently I am seeing number, name, and amount only, right? Although on my list page the address and the phone number field are there, but because the visible property is false, so that's why even my list page is not showing the same. And if I click on new button, and then the card page will open, here also number, name, and amount field is there. There is no reference of those two other fields, right? So now what I can do here is that I can click on personalize button first, and if you see here, when I click on plus icon, I can see that address and phone number are currently available with because the current visible property is false, so that's why this icon is. And if I want, I can directly drag and drop them to my card page. Whereas if I click on new, and here you can see the fields are not available, right? The fields address and phone number by default, personalize icon, personalize action button is not showing me those things because those fields are not the part of the page. So personalize function does not know like whether those fields are there or the part of the table or not, and that is why you cannot directly add them on the card. But if you want, on the on the on the list page, you can add them on your list page, right? So now let me click on done, and if you click on design now, and there if I click on new, and if I click on field, I have those fields available, address, phone number, in the card page. And if I want, I can add them here, right? But the thing is, right now I can add address, I can add phone number, but because of certain reasons developer do not want, or you don't want that user can directly add your fields to those cards page or the list page, whereas you just don't want them to be accessible by any user. So for that thing, there is a property on the field level, whereas what you can do is that for example, if you go to the table object and in the field level, the property called allow in customization, if you use this, it has two options, always and never. Always means that you are giving this authentic authorization to your user that they can always customize, like customization is allowed for this field and user can directly add these fields to their particular card. Okay, now for the second field, what I can do is we can use the same property but with different option, which is called never, right? So one field is where allow in customization is always, second field is where is allow in customization is never. Okay, so let's see the impact now. I am still not adding these two fields on my card page, so that it will not directly available, these fields are not directly available to the card page. So let me build my app and let's publish this to the Business Central, and then we will see the impact of this property, that what difference it brings to my extension, to my functionality, right? Okay, so let's wait for a few seconds, and then yes, extension is deployed, and let's wait for the home page to come up. Okay, so now what we can do is that I'll again open the test page. First it will open the list page and then I will open the card, for example, let's say. And now if I open again and I want those two fields, okay, to be available in my card, if I click on personalize, these are not available by default, right? These are not available. Just close this, done. And now if you click on design, we know the design gives ultimate options to the users and they can see all the fields of the table and they can add it as well. So you can see that fields are currently visible, that my table have this address field, my table have this phone number field. So if I want, I can add it, right? So like for example, if I want to add address, Okay, so system will allow me. See, address is available now and it's gone from here. Okay, now why I am able to add address? Because of this property I have used allow in customization as always, right? There is no problem. Now let's try to add the phone number field. And when you add the phone number field, you will get this error that an error occurred while applying designer changes. Please try again. That means you can although see the field, but you cannot add those fields to your card page, which is a very good from the security perspective, that because the designer functionality allow the user to see all the fields and to add those fields which you don't want your user to add on the page, then you can use this property, add this property to your fields which you definitely want that your user should not access at any cost. So you can use this property with never option, right? So this is the very best use case of this property, where you can directly uh, add the security from the field level perspective, that what fields user can add, what fields user cannot add, even by using the design functionality. So that is the part which I wanted to share in the today's video. If you like it, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.